Hey guys, alright, today we got another speed build for you. We got another community lot. I've been building a lot of these, but I am working on another residential build. It's going to be, I don't know if I should tell you what it's going to be, but I did have got some inspiration for my next build from a painting that I saw. And I just thought it was really beautiful, and I was like, oh man, I really want to build something like that. So definitely be looking forward to next week's build. But once again, let's go back to today's build, and we got a tavern. So this is in the same area of New Crest, right across the street from Oak Landing and the pool. Like I said before, I'm trying to make this area into like my community lot spaces. So across the street we have the park and the pool, which is like kind of like more kid centric, and then over on this side of the street where you have a tavern, then I want to build like a either like a cafe or a restaurant, and maybe like a bowling alley or arcade type deal, or maybe just like a museum library. We'll definitely see how that works out. But like I was thinking, over there is definitely like bright and colorful, but on the tavern here it's going to be a little bit darker. So we're using a little darker landscaping, a little like deeper greens, some purples and blues, and then a lot of like wood tones inside and some coppers and reds as well. So not the bright and happy colors that I had been using over on the parks for like the playground equipment and the fences and all that stuff, which was a lot of fun. But this one's just a little bit more richer and deeper with the colors. So as you can see, I got the like shell of the build done, and I'm just going through and I'm adding some trees to kind of break off the tavern from the next lot over, so they're not like right side by side. And I do add a few more trees later on towards the end of the build as well. So my idea for kind of like the layout for this was I wanted to like kind of corner cubbies for like the couches and just kind of like the like sit around talk type deal, and then all the like eating tables and stuff were going to be outside. So the interior of the build is definitely more of like a lounge type deal. It is classified as a bar, but I did go in and I added like a kind of commercial style kitchen. I definitely didn't decorate it as much since this would not be a usable part of the build as far as gameplay, because like you don't really order food. Like I mean, I guess you can get like chips from the bartender, but the food center part of like the game is more restaurants. So that's why I didn't really pay too much attention to the kitchen, but I did want to have like kind of like that counter area where the waitresses could go in and pick up their orders and bring it out, rather than like having to go all the way into the kitchen. So I did add that, and then just a few decorations. So I am decorating the bar area a little bit. I am gonna go and change this later on, since it was like I wanted to have a lot of like the like wine bottles and spirit bottles and those kind of things on the counter back there. But I did later on decide I didn't really like that, and I kind of wanted them to be in shelves, since I felt like that just kind of looked a little messy for like a professional bar. Maybe like a home bar, that might be something you do, but not when it's like this is your workplace. So I do really like these like kind of draping plants that I used. I used them in the eco build earlier this month, I think 2 weeks ago. And I just really like them, so I use them here as well. And I added some flowers on top to cover up the rest of the roof. And then I'm going through and I'm building like kind of a reception area. I was caught between wanting to put a computer there to make it look kind of like a cash register kind of check-in place, but it's really annoying when whenever you have a computer anywhere in the game, like Sims just are drawn to it. So like even though like they're not supposed to be like the receptionist, like you're going to the bar, you're supposed to hang out with your friends, but they're just gonna go sit down on the computer. So I didn't add one of those in, but I put like a little notepad there, so like we're just gonna pretend like they do all their reception work, pen and pencil, old-fashioned type. And then I found the stolen ATMs, which are part of the criminal career, and I use those, which like obviously like you can't actually use the ATMs like ATMs, and there's a sorry, I'm gonna sneeze. Okay. So like obviously, sorry about that. You can't use the ATMs like real ATMs, but I just thought it was like kind of a nice decoration. And then for the upstairs, I thought this was a fun part too. So I added in some card tables. So I'm imagining like, you know, people are going to like the bar and playing poker and like gambling and all that stuff. Which, you know, maybe that's not a good idea, but I thought it was fun and very fitting. And then I do extend the balcony out a little bit to like just add some more seating and just kind of make it a more usable space. And I really liked how that looked in the end as well. Let's see. So there's the card tables, and I had a lot of like kind of jazzy vibe pictures upstairs as well. So here's I'm changing up the bar again. So I got rid of like everything I had and threw in these shelves and just put a bunch of more bottles up there to kind of like make them look a little different, because a lot of the shelves just look the same. So obviously like that's not how it would look in real life. So I just wanted to add a little extra there. And there's a few of those nice jazzy pictures. I try to keep all the like decorations to like kind of like the same color scheme. So like those like golds and browns for the trim, and then like kind of like blues and like jazzy, and like I really like the picture with the saxophone. So my uncle plays the saxophone, and like I don't know, growing up it's like, oh yeah, my uncle's a musician. So that thing always reminds me of that. And here I'm adding in some lights. Definitely not forgetting the lights this time, like I normally do. But yeah, so that's the build. Just let me know what you think. We got a few screenshots for you to kind of see what it looks like with some Sims there. Of course, we got the little stage, and we have some musicians come and like sing and play guitar. There's a kitchen, and just added a few little extra details in there. And there's a card table. That's probably one of my favorite parts of this build, to be honest with you. That and like the balcony. The balcony is pretty nice as well. So definitely let me know what you think, and I hope everyone has a marvelous Monday.